Okay, fellas, listen up. Now, look, we did brilliantly last season for a first ever top flight season at the club, but that all means absolutely nothing now. We start again. Now, we have to start again without Philip and without Tomic. So I need you guys here to step up and get me the results until I can find somebody better to replace you all.
Jarune, za tebe mi dijete diše, tu je važno samo jedno, nogomet i ništa više. Jarune.
Hey guys, I'm Aussie Villain and welcome back to Jarun on the Impossible Dream. It is Season 3, Episode 1. It's Jarun, isn't it? Not Jarun. I'll correct myself. So yeah, here we go, Season 3. Let's get this underway and have a quick look at where we stand as a club. Now, we are predicted 8th, which is very nice. It means we're not going to get relegated again. Ideally, I want to try and push up, give that top 4 a little bit more of a shake this season. But yeah. We'll see how that goes. We are professional. We are 2.5-star reputation, so our reputation has improved a little bit. We've got a determined squad personality. I am obviously the manager for this season. Dashka is our captain. Bikanic is our vice captain. Our Ghoul is our key player, and one of the youth intake, Brigic, is currently our hot prospect. Now, if we have a quick look at what we are expected to do. We are expected to avoid relegation. None of this fight against relegation malarkey. You actually have to do it this season. And it should be okay. The squad is not exactly where I want it to be right now, but we'll see. Now, we also want to reach the quarter-final of the Cup. Now, we've done that the last 2 years. Always makes me a little bit nervous because it could depend on the draw. You get drawn away to Dinamo, you're not much chance, are you? So let's hope that the draw is friendly for us. Now, if we have a look at the league pre-season, that's a pre-season preview in my condensed brain. So this is the pre-season here. We are, as you can see here, actually 9th in the odds. So the bookies don't rate us quite as highly as others. But Vukovar, who are the newly promoted team, are the favourites to go straight back down again. And, we'll see exactly what does happen there. And, yeah, I mean, it was a fairly close league. The top 4 last year, we weren't a mile away from them. But as I said there, we've lost Philip, we've lost Tomic, and until we can replace them, we are perhaps looking at again just making sure we're not in that bottom spot. The team of the season, or the dream team, again, as you would expect, it looks like it's mostly Dinamo, Hajduk, and perhaps whose goalkeeper is that? Does it tell us? Rijeka's goalkeeper. We of course have a Rijeka goalkeeper as well, I believe. And if we go and have a look at the key players in the league, and we can see them here. If we scroll down, we will see some familiar names. There he is there, Philip. Oh, I really, really wish he would come back. Agul and Zabic are seen as our key players. And there we go. We're up a little bit from where we were last year, which is very nice. Agul, of course, is the defending Golden Boot winner of the league. Now, you guys haven't actually voted on Goal of the Season yet, so I can't actually show you Goal of the Season from last season, which is typically, this is where we do that. So we'll do that next episode once you've had a chance to vote. But this is our opening day fixture. We are away to Vukovar. We, of course, beat them to the title when we were in our first season at the club. And this is what we're expecting out of them, a 4-2-3-1. And the team that we are sending out is Todorovic, Todorovic. Yeah, I got that right. His first appearance, his debut for us. Then we've got Bikanic, Zabic, and Hartman. Rakic, who is our new signing, has been injured all the pre-season, so he's on the bench here. We might get him on for a little bit of just a little bit of match sharpness, but we'll see how we go and how the game is going. Pajic and Rovis will be the wide players. Again, we've got just coming back from injury for Rajikovic, so he's not available for this one. Dashka, Persa, and Trigranic are the midfield trio. We have one other midfielder who I would say is good enough in Stankovic. Everybody else is, we need midfielders desperately. Hopefully, for Game 2 today, we'll see that. Game 2 is against Istra as well, so potentially against Philip. And then Gulji and Al Ghul will be the 2 men going up front. Pranjic is on the bench if we need him. The bench, I'll be honest, it has looked stronger, but that starting 11 is not too far off what got the job done for us last season. Alright, so we can see the team sheets here. Now, this Noel scored a lot of goals in the division down. I actually did have a look at trying to sign him this time last year, with when we were up, but they weren't. But yeah, there wasn't too much of a deal to be done there for us, unfortunately. What do we get out there and impress me? Let's just enjoy ourselves tonight. It is away from home, so there's a little bit less pressure on us. And I always think first home game, for a newly promoted side, very difficult to go there. All right, and here we go. So they are playing as expected, which is always nice. I'm not 100% sure how they've strengthened over the off season. I know that that we haven't strengthened as much as I would necessarily have liked to have done. The issue we have right now is any player that sort of makes us better is after sort of 2-3 grand a week, and the maximum we can offer, even if I wanted to offer more, the maximum we can offer is I think 1.1900 a week, I think. So it's not actually possible for us to get these players in. There's a couple of guys we've had on trial that I would really have liked to sign, but it's just that they just want too much money, and like I physically can't give them the contract that they're after, even though a couple of them I probably would have paid them 2, even 3 grand a week, for 1 or 2 players to oh, there you go, Rovers has done well. He's driven into the box, and it's a save from the goalkeeper. And Rovers is a little bit unlucky there not to have himself a goal. Personnel with another corner. Floats it in towards the back stick. It is again headed away. Rovers again will pick it up. And this time he loses out. And are we going to get ourselves caught on the break here? Let's hope not. We should have him pegged in there. And Todorov does very nicely. And there we go. So let me know in the comments how you think we'll get on this year. We'll have a better idea at the end of this episode, how we're looking. Like I said, this team isn't a mile away from the team that finished last season. Tomic is missing, which is a big miss. And Philip, obviously, are the 2 big omissions. But otherwise, it's not... This team isn't a mile away. The depth is a mile away. The depth is not there right now. But Page... Oh, he gets another chance. Page plays it in. It is penalty. Oh, through the back of him, it looked a little bit. But anyway, they've got away with it. And highlight's going to continue here. And somehow we've not managed to win that. And they have gone in front. What has happened there? Oh, it's Route 1, which is always... Trigrenich and Zabic have gotten each other's way, have they? And Noel has just turned in behind. And the retreating defence couldn't get there. Goalkeeper perhaps needed to be a little bit braver there. But we are 1-0 down to Vukovar, which is not where we wanted to be in the 26th minute. Dashka now on the ball. Gulji gets it wide for Pajic. I don't think we need to panic necessarily because we have looked the better team so far. Trigenic, that's a penalty. Oh, it's unlucky. It's unlucky. Gulji has got the goal. We pegged them back immediately. And there is more than a little bit of luck about this. He doesn't know he scored yet, Tomislav. Tommy G, I'm going to have to call him because I can't say that last name. It has been cleared into his head. And to be fair, he did jump. So maybe he did know he scored that one. It was off his forehead as well. So, nicely done. And that will hopefully, settle our nerves down a little bit if there was any, but also maybe break their spirit a bit, having just gone in front. Here we go again. Purser goes back to Hartman. Hartman will likely drop out of the next one to make Rakic come in. As much as I want Hartman to stay, he is wanted by Vukovar, actually. But I'd like him to stay because he is good enough to play in the league. And Rovers digs out a cross, and Tommy G just over the top. Yeah, he is good enough to play. Oh, it's gone again. He is good enough to play in the league, but he's not vital for us. So it's one of those. I'm not going to play him and potentially make us worse just so that he's happy. But equally, I would like him to be happy. So we do have a few nervous players there, which isn't great. I don't know if Todorov is... No, he would have played, I think, a game before. I don't think he's just been a backup. But here we go again. The highlight starts with us in an attacking area. Rovers gives it away. We've won it back, though. A goal for Trogrenic. Wide for Page. Oh, Tommy G. Oh, how has that stayed out? Still there for us. Cross comes floating in. Page attacks it. But the goalkeeper is there. So we'll keep encouraging. And Rovers now with a throw. Back to Bekenic. Oh, what was that? Come on, boys. Rovers is making me a little bit nervous on a booking out there, but we'll go with it for now. Djokovic has never really played that well out there whenever we've tried him. Oh, he's making a really good run there, was Rovers, and Bekenic just didn't play the pass. Hartman now for Trigrenich. Tregranic to Gulji. Good ball for a goal. A goal! Oh! Halil, a goal! Puts us in front early in the second half. And it is 2-1. And I think we needed that. Tregranic did really well under pressure there, didn't he? And then Tommy G, nice ball over the top. A goal, good first touch. And then he did that for fun last season. And he's underway in the opening game this season as well. That being said, so if we get 2 million for him, I will drive him to the airport myself. Pajic now. Pajic across for Dashka. Dashka for Tommy G. Oh, it stayed out. How's that stayed out? I mean, a goal didn't make clean contact with it. But I don't understand still how that has not ended up in the back of the net. So, yeah, interesting. Can we win that? In a manner of speaking, Zabic is there. Back for Todorov. No, it's not Todorov, is it? Todorovic. I'm going to call him Todorov now forever because that's my brain has gone there for something. There must have been there's a Todorov in real life, isn't there? That I think that's where I've got that from. But Todorovic. And there we go. We'll get back to the actual game. Zabic, get out of the way, Hartman. Back to Bekanic. Again, Rovers has got himself a little bit of space. We go to Purster instead. Nice ball there for a goal. We've got players through the middle. Can a goal pick out Tommy G? He can! And Tomislav Gurjuli has himself a double on opening day of the season. And it is now 3-1. And, excuse me, this was never going to be an easy game coming here first day. And, well, we picked them apart after maybe a little bit of a rocking early on when they scored. But it was against the run of play, wasn't it? It wasn't like they picked us apart. It was route one, bit of defensive mix-up. And otherwise, we've been quite good here. Now, Rovers is not playing particularly well, and on a booking. So we'll get Djokovic on for him and see how he gets on. And do we want to give a debut to Rakic at this point? Probably. No, let's not. 2 goals is not enough, I don't think, for me to comfortably feel like we can change the defense around, or anybody really, outside of players that aren't playing well. Zabic and Hartman look like they don't speak the same language, don't they? They are just getting in each other's way all the time. Tregranic, back for Hartman. Hartman, nice ball there for Tregranic, who goes deep again. Dashka. One thing we are doing nicely here is keeping the ball, isn't it? We do look quite decent in possession. There's a ball in towards Tommy G. Nods it down. What about that from Tommy G? That is surely onside. And that should be 4-1. At which point I probably do feel comfortable to make the sub. Let's just wait till it's actually given. Oh, disallowed. Well, what? No one's offside there. Oh, Gould is just off. He wasn't off. He was onside when he hit it, but he was just offside when the knockdown came. Tregranic and Pajic there. Back post for Djokovic. He is hopeless. Oh, I thought he was going to be decent too. I hate when... Oh, Purser, what is that, mate? What is that? Can we get a block in here? Oh, it's not a great finish in the end there. And we get away with that. So it's looking as though it's going to be 3-1. It's not quite done yet, though. As Dashka gets that half cleared. It's still there. Oh, Tregranic. He got sucked into it, didn't he? Come on, stop the cross. We can't do that. Goalkeeper's on his line, and it's not done yet, is it? Oh, it might be offside. I don't think it was. And it is going to be 3-2 going into stoppage time. Oh, it is disallowed. Well, let's have another look at that. Oh, he is off. That's poor, isn't it? That's really poor. There was no need. And, well, everybody had a goal disallowed, and we deserved that win. A very, very nice opening game win of the season. And, well, we'll test ourselves against a more established team next. So there we go, top of the league, yay! And Dinamo lost to Istra. So that's going to make our game against Istra now quite interesting, isn't it? So Jarun turned dominance into victory. Their humbling defeat. Goalkeeper makes his debut. Anything else there? Tommy G did quite well, didn't he? also with that knockdown that just didn't quite stand for us. But there we go. That was very interesting. Let's come back against Istra, see how we do against them, and maybe we have to face Philip as well. Alright, welcome back. We need to do another transfer special because we have 4 or 5 guys that have joined us in the week between the 2 games. So first up we have Antonio Galasic. Now he has joined us on a free transfer as a squad player, £475 a week, as we can see there. Quick look at him. We'll do this quickly because I don't think too many of these guys are going to be super key for us. But what I like about him, we're looking at him, he could play centre-back. I am looking at him more, though, as a sort of defensively minded midfielder because he does have the good positioning, which will help him out if he does want to play as a centre-back, but he also has good passing, and I just think his media description is as a defensive midfielder, and I think in that particular role that might be something that he could do. But then equally, especially coming off the bench, he's a useful player because he could easily fill in at centre-back. Marking will let him down a little bit and heading, but as a desperate measure, then he's right there. If I could give that positioning to Smolja, we'd be set. But anyway, so that's the first guy in. Second guy in is Robert Mijanovic. Now, we have signed him, it's essentially a free transfer, but we signed him from Sibanek in the second tier. He's on £500 a week, again, as a squad player. Quick look at him. And what we can see here, just a useful midfield player. No real weaknesses in his game. He can tackle, he can pass, decent first touch. He can dribble a little bit as well. So, yeah, just a useful player. Will he be a first team player? Absolutely not. But if we were to get an injury to someone like a Trigranovic, like a Persa, would I be comfortable him coming in and filling in for us for a couple of games? Absolutely. So I think that's a good one for us to get in. Next one up is Patrick Pajic. I'm not quite sure, Pajic or Pajic. Not sure how you say that and differentiate him from our right back, but again, not a free transfer, but no fee from Zrinski. Now, I don't think Zrinski got promoted last year, so he's sort of at least a third tier player. But you can see the fans like him. The scouts really like this guy. £230 as a breakthrough prospect at 21 is maybe ambitious, but let's have a quick look at him. And there's a little bit here to like. Now, it's going to rely on him developing. That's I think the key thing here, but I'm not saying he's fillet because he's not fillet, but he does have a decent-ish physicals. He does have good passing and vision, work rate, teamwork, all that kind of stuff that you would need to be that sort of deep-lying forward. He needs to develop. As I said, I cannot stress that enough, but there's enough there to make me think for no transfer fee up front, £200 a week, I'm hopeful we might get something out of him. Not fillet, but something, what's like a nugget, maybe we should call him Nugget. Not a fillet, but a nugget. And the final one, and this is a loan signing, and this is one that we do have agreed a future fee clause. That's not a permanent one, though, is it? Optional, yeah. Okay, Jesus Christ, I gave myself a heart attack there. Read your contract clauses, Aussie villain. So, this is one that could turn into a permanent one, but at 650 grand, it's not going to. But Silvio Ilinkovic, he is on loan from Rijeka. Now, not paying anything for him, which is absolutely huge. And this is one guy that could come in and be an actual first-team player. You can see we've actually agreed first-team or important player playing time. So let's have a look at him. And he is a very well-rounded midfielder. He has that very good work rate, which is excellent. And he will probably, in all likelihood, come in and replace probably Persa, maybe Trigranovic. He's a more similar player to Persa than he is Trigranovic, though. So that's what I'm thinking. But in terms of just squad depth and getting midfielders in that can actually play in the division and play well for us, this guy is about as good as we're going to get for absolutely no outlay up front. So yeah, pretty pleased with that. So that is the new signings in. Let's have a look at what we're doing here against Istra. And we're expecting a 4-2-3-1 with Fillet up top. Because, of course, he is. So this is a team we're sending out. Now we've got Todorovic in goal. Bukanovic, Rakic is going to play this one with Zabic as a wide centre-back. Pajic and Rovis will be the wide players. Then we've got Dashka, Persa and Trigranovic. Tommy G and Agul go up front. And then on the bench, we've got a who's who of our new signings. I think all of them are there except for the iffy one who is injured. So he is, where is he? He's down here. I'll show you because he's on trial and we're not going to be able to get him. this is so, I want this guy so much, but he wants like 2-3 grand a week, and we just can't afford him. But imagine having him in our midfield. We would just be brilliant, wouldn't it? But yeah, unfortunately, we don't have the money for him. So yeah, it's nice to dream though. All right, so we can see the team sheets there, and indeed, Phillip is up front. Fully expect him to score, and yeah, it's just the most predictable thing on the planet, isn't it? All right, home form is important to us. Make it count. All right, we can get on board with that. Now, Istra is a team last year we had quite a good record against, so let's hope we can keep that going. And of course, Roberts playing against his former team, and apparently he and their manager do not get on. There was quite the press spat going on before the game, so no doubt Roberts is going to be fired up for this one. But there he is up front. We had a good record against Istra last year, but we didn't have to play Phillip. We had him on our team, so yeah, well, we'll see what happens. But yeah, in terms of the signings, I'm fairly happy with it. Obviously, you know, you always want to get better players, but I'm fairly happy with it, and no transfer outlay as well, so that is good. The wages are very manageable, so we still have the option to sign some more players if we indeed do want to go and do that. But yeah, we'll just kind of see where the rest of the window goes. But I think the key thing, we needed to get numbers in for midfield, and when we've done that now, and so if he's offside, I think. Yeah, so you know, if nothing else happens, then this team now should be good enough to keep us up. I think we saw that against Vukovar, and what we need to do is try and obviously break into Europe. And given that for now, until potentially Croatia gets more spots, Pajic with a chance, he goes back to Rakic, and it's still bouncing. Oh, it's hit the post. It deflected off everything inside and hit the post. It's still there for us inside the penalty area. We go back to Zebic, but that'll end the highlight. Unlucky. What was I saying? Yeah, Europe is going to be tough to break into unless there's an extra spot that Croatia earns through the coefficient, sort of rising up those. But obviously we can't help with that if we're not in Europe. Trugaric with a chance to pull a ball in. And again, it somehow managed to stay out. Roberts against his former team has hit the post. Oh, we're laying siege to the Istra goal, but we cannot find a way through as of yet. Come on, boys. Let's go and get this opening goal. A goal gets it wide for Pajic. Pajic, can he whip a ball in? Tommy G's in there. He floats it in towards the back post. It's into a good area. It's still, how has this ball not gone in? It's a goal kick. And we are banging down the door, aren't we? And we just can't find a way in. Have we tried turning the handle instead of battering on? Or maybe it's unlocked. Oh. Unbelievable. How was this game 0-0? Alright. I mean, just dig in now. What we don't want to do is get sucker punched here, obviously. That would be a little bit of a disaster. We do obviously have lots of players on the bench that'll be looking for some game time as well. So we've seen before from a goal, if he doesn't have a good first half, doesn't always have a great ability to sort of get himself going. Purser over a free kick. It is another good one. Good save as well. And Pajic is not having a good game and is booked, so we could bring Memic on for him. A goal. We are going to take you off, mate. We'll get Pranjic on for him. And Purser's not having a good game, so let's get Ilanov on for him. Ilankovic. That's what I said he's going to call him, wasn't it? So, triple sub. Let's see if that sparks us into life. It is only the 70th minute, but what we haven't had this second half is the endless stream of highlights. Dashka to Memic. Trugaric goes back. Dashka. Rakic. Cross for Bekenic. Rovers, there's a little bit of space to work with there. He goes past his man and is tackled away, but still has it. Back in there for Ilankovic. It's floated in. It's Memic. It's gone in. And it's, of course, deflected. And it is it going to count? What's happening here? It is going to count. So Rovers gets the assist somehow. And I don't quite understand how it's gone in, but I don't care either. Memic has put his foot through it. It's gone through like the defender's legs almost. And it is 1-0. And that is, well, nothing short of a deserved goal, is it? Cross comes in. It is, oh, just wide. Was that Tommy G there? Let's just go back to positive. We don't need men streaming forward. We've had a hard time finding the target. Don't need to throw it all away now that we have. And I think it's Istra's first, well, certainly their first highlight starting with possession. Tregranic is looking a little tired out there as well. As, oh, don't do that. It's a big, big save from Todorov's, whatever his name is. Tregranovic is tied. Let's get Marin, this guy, on and see if he can just get fresh legs in there for these last 5 minutes. Rakic has not had a great game at the back. Do we have another sub, or I've used them all up? Come on, boys. Let's see this through now. Vikenic to Dashka. Dashka for Marjanovic. Marjanovic. Mamic to Marjanovic. It's through for Tommy G. Oh, he's pulled it back for Mamic. Somebody into the area. There it is there for Rovas. Oh, it's gone in again, and it's Marjanovic. No, Marjanovic. Marjanovic has got his goal. He's been on for 2 minutes, and he's got a debut goal after 2 minutes. I can't talk. Oh, I can feel my brain short-circuiting. It's Rovas. It's deflected. It's fallen for Marjanovic. And it is 2-0. And it is going to be 6 points from 6. I think. Let's not give us the points just yet, as that goes just over. And this is the team, of course, that beat Dinamo in their first game of the season. And we've absolutely destroyed them. We do have, just for whatever reason, a very good record against this team. Oh, boo! Hey! So that is going to hopefully be disallowed. It's the last kick of the game if it's not. Oh, he has scored against us. So that's annoying. And, oh, come back. Come back, Elias. So that should be that. It's 2-1. And, of course, Philip got his goal, but it didn't hurt us. So, excellent job. 6 points for the first 2 games. We'll take that, won't we? So there we go. It was the first game of the second week. And, yeah, we stay top of the league. Let's hope that continues for the next 34 games. So there we go. Rovas gets one over on his former team. Marjanovic gets a debut out of the way and the goal, along with Ilinkovic and Rakic. I'll get better at these names as we go, hopefully. Pajic, who's that? The right back. What's his problem? Nothing. So Rovas shines, I should say. Well, Jesus Christ, I cannot talk right now, can I? So where's your creative best? There you go. Excellent work. And that is that, top of the league after 2 games. And we'll be back next time. I think we'll come back for Rijeka and Variston. That'll coincide with the end of the transfer window there as well, I think. And that seems like a nice place to come back. So we'll keep looking to strengthen, obviously. And yeah, I'm cautiously optimistic that this is going to be a decent season for us. Will we be able to break into that top 4 in Europe? Remember, of course, we learned last year it's actually a top 3. Let's hope so. Let's hope we are good enough to do that. I'm not sure we're going to quite make up that bigger gap just yet, but we can only do our best, can't we? Take care.